Morning. Holy crap. What's going on with my hair? Ugh. I would never make it on live TV. I'd have to have a makeup person to hide everything that's bad. Um, it's early Saturday morning for me. I'm not much of an early riser unless there's something going on. But last night I was just tired. Sue went to some kind of a show with her girlfriends up at Lake Miona. They always have these different shows. And so around 9 o'clock, I just went to bed. So me and Maggie called it Maggie. That's our other dog. I love that dog. Katie, we called it a night and went to bed. She's sitting right down here looking at me. She doesn't like me still. Won't let me pet her or anything like that. But she follows me around and stares at me. And I can't figure her out. Ask Tom. He'll tell you the same thing. Weird dog. By the way, Tommy, yeah, the sun's not even up. It's dark outside. Sue went for her morning walk. And I am, of course, drinking my coffee. I drink, I think, way too much coffee, but after a certain age, who cares? Reason why I'm going to post this today, I think I got a video coming out this morning, and then you're going to get this one too. I don't hardly ever post two videos in a day, but I thought this might be kind of important because I already received an email this morning about the sinkholes that opened up at Calumet Grove yesterday or day before yesterday. It started out as three sinkholes, and then shortly after the report came out, I think when I reported it this morning, I got it straight from the newspaper. It was four sinkholes that opened up. And this morning there was a breaking news that now it is six sinkholes that's opened up. And the lake or retention pond up there at Torrey Pines, which is one of the lakes on the Nancy Lopez golf course, I believe. Sinkhole has opened up in that lake, and it has drained the lake. So things up there are active. I'm not going to say it's bad. It's just active. The sinkhole experts, the fire department, and the state safety people, and I don't even know the names of all of them. But there's a whole crew of people that come whenever there's a sinkhole. They come flowing in. They have red tagged two homes, and what that means is those homes cannot be occupied or entered. This morning they yellow tagged two other homes, I believe it was. And what that means is the people in those houses are allowed to enter the house to remove items, but they cannot occupy the house. Now that just happened today. So there's a total of four homes right now that cannot be occupied. The ground people, and I wish I could tell you the proper names for this, but it's too early in the morning for me. My brain don't work. But they do the sonar, the ground penetrating sonar, to find out. They're checking for the activities to see if it's still opening up, not opening up, whatever. They're up there. They're doing their thing. One of the sinkholes that was under a road or a golf cart path, I guess they've decided that sinkhole could be filled. So they were up there with it's a special cement, I think. So they're up there pumping concrete in it now, as I speak. So they're filling that one in. That's a good sign. That sign shows that the possibility of that sinkhole is dead, and it's not opening up anymore. I'll keep you updated. I know I've gotten emails saying, "Are you concerned about it? Are you concerned about sinkholes?" Yeah, you're always concerned about that stuff because they can show up anywhere, anytime. The thing that I've noticed down here in the years that I've been coming down here full time. I come down here full time 2014. I've been coming down here for 20 plus years. Is that it seems like the sinkholes occur around a watery area, and it seems like they occur more frequently during our so-called rainy season, like right now, spring here. By calendar, no, it's not spring, but usually by the end of February, the flowers are coming. We're back in the 80s. It's every day. Spring is sprung. I had a video for that. Spring is here. So along with spring, just like up north, we get a lot of showers. Someday it may go several days with no rain at all. May have several days where just, sprinkles rain in the morning or in the afternoon. Like right now, it's foggy outside, and I noticed the roads are wet when I went out there with the dog. So I don't know if it rained last night or if it's water sprinklers pointing the wrong direction. I don't know, but it's foggy, so I'm going to assume we had some rain last night. When the ground gets wet like that, and the water tables under the ground, it's very high here in Florida, the water tables. So when the limestone, a little bit at a time, gets ate away, it opens up a cavity. And then we have a large rain come through. And that rain washes the dirt, it makes it heavy, and then it just caves in. And that's a sinkhole. I mean, they occur anywhere in the United States, and they have. They've occurred in Kentucky, they've occurred in Pennsylvania. I'm just mentioning some states, but I know that they've occurred everywhere. It's more prevalent in Florida because of the limestone. But is it a concern? Sure. There's nothing you can do to really protect yourself against it. It's just a matter of make sure you got your insurance in place. Because, if it happens, at least it's not going to bankrupt you. That's all you can really do. It's like having a tornado in Indiana. The odds of a tornado hitting your house is like, really high. It's just the odds are the tornado is never going to hit you. You may sit and watch them go by, but you'll never get hit. But there's always that chance, isn't there? The tornado could come down and boom, get you and not your neighbor. Tornadoes were a concern there. Sinkholes are a concern here. And actually being in the middle of the state, which was by choice, I was more concerned about hurricanes than I was sinkholes. Thus our decision to be in the middle of the state. You can take that for what it's worth. Either a good choice, bad choice, I don't know. But I've been down here a couple of times and saw the effects of hurricanes, and just scared the shit out of me. So I don't want to be near the water. I'd love to be near the water. My wife and I love to be near the beach, and do that. But the idea of a hurricane coming through, and I've seen the devastation, and it's for real. It's you just can't throw a board over your windows on some of these hurricanes and say I'm going to stick it out, because you can't. And so we come inland. And so the hurricanes here, we get the effects of hurricanes. You've seen my videos of the last hurricane, what was it, Irma, that came through. And I stayed here and I stuck it out. I wanted to see what it was like, and I videotaped it for everybody to see. But I fear hurricanes more than I fear a sinkhole, because even though the sinkholes are here, most of them are small. When you hear about a sinkhole, I know you think about the great big large ones that suck in a house that you've heard about here and there. But most of them are very small. Most of them doesn't really cause much of a problem. Most of them are in the middle of a field somewhere, or they're by a lake somewhere. There's nobody living around it. But every now and then, especially in the villages, because we're so compacted with houses, and that's here. The houses are tight. So if I have a sinkhole in my yard, it's going to affect my neighbor, because my neighbor is 10 feet over there. So anyway, that'll be the post today, Saturday. An update on the sinkholes. If anything occurs on the sinkholes that I think you ought to know, I'll post it. But until then, I'll see you on the other side.